Hi, when you think of a deadly climate disaster, what do you picture? A flood, a hurricane, or perhaps a hot blazing sun. But what if I told you the deadliest climate threat actually happens in the dark? Surprising, right? So 2024 was the hottest year on record, and public health data tells a terrifying story. The climate change kills at night. When the temperature don't drop after the sunset, our bodies cannot recover. And who gets to sleep at night is fundamentally a question of geography, income, and justice. So now let's talk about why these numbers should matter. Because these numbers are quite horrifying. Almost 500,000 people are dying worldwide from heat-related death. Almost 1.6 billion people are exposed to the extreme heat. And besides that, we have Asia, almost 300,000 people are dying yearly. And besides that, we have Africa with 134,000 deaths. Now remember, these are not just numbers. These are actual people with families, with responsibilities. And there's something else that should unsettle us, that these deaths perfectly map onto the communities with the most least access to the cooling. The people who did the least to cause the climate change are dying most from it, in the dark and the silence. But don't just take our word for it. We have tested this. We have told our mentor, Mr. Shtangshu Roy, about the nighttime heat deaths. We told our friends, we told our people who followed the climate news. And their reaction, shock. They had no idea, and that's exactly the problem. Even the informed people don't see it coming. Imagine the billions of people who are living through it. We are Samir and Sophia, different fields, one mission. Samir brought the tech, coding, design, and research. Sophia brought the strategy, pitch tech, and scripting, and the structure. The computer science meets commerce. So that is when we realized the cities have access to massive amount of raw climate data that looks like this, or this, even this. Yet they lack the tools to actually translate that data into something equitable. So that is why we have built NightBreath. NightBreath. Introducing NightBreath. NightBreath watches that no one else is watching the night. It pulls live NASA data, map heat islands, track wind patterns, and scores every neighborhood on one brutal questions: who survived the night and who doesn't. We index over top 10 vulnerable neighborhoods, and the results, the community most likely to die from, are the one that system has always ignored. The NightBreath makes that invisible crisis impossible to look away from. Climate change kills at night, and who gets to sleep is a justice question. We have talked about the problem before. Now let us show what we have built for the educators, students, and the policymakers. NightBreath is a heat justice observatory system, a full climate intelligence platform, our signal layer. It pulls 24 hours of daily records from open meteor, summer nighttime minimum, and rising steeper than the daytime highs. The body can't recover. The burden indicator includes 24-degree streak, wet bulb temperature, and the equity gap in the light exposure. Now all these charts and components you see over there, such as these, they actually simplifies all those data from the API that tells us how the night times are rising faster than the days, the body burden signals, we have heat night pulse, threshold per night, and besides that we have a map that actually maps all those top 10 vulnerable places that are most prone to the nighttime heat. Now, one more thing that we understand is such data can be a little complex, a bit overwhelming to understand. So all you need to do is come to any component of your choice and click twice, and AI assistant like this would open on your right side, and you can ask the question on your own language, on your own way, and the AI would answer the question something like this over here, and that is context AI assistant. Now the another component is Pulse. Pulse is fetching top 10 climate vulnerability hotspot across the world. As you can see, Mumbai is at top, followed by Dhaka, Delhi, Sao Paulo, and Tokyo. It is also fetching the location by location live metrics that are also being upgraded constantly. Our night heat atlas goes neighborhood level. So this is Toronto right now, but you have potential options over here. And these are the layer control it uses: AC ownership, historical imagination, temperatures, cooling center, shelters, etc. And the current night minimum is 27.7 degrees. It also tells you within the area a selected neighborhood that is the most critical or vulnerable level, and how it is happening and why it is happening. So you can just click twice, and you can also use the AI over here.
Data without action is just a dashboard. Our toolkit starts with a visual gallery of cooling intervention, from mutual check-in to nights to cool roof coatings. We have 11 interventions. Select any city, Delhi, high risk, and we auto-generate a 9-phase neighborhood plan. Phase 1, mutual aid tonight, minus 0.6 degrees. Phase 2, post-sleep protocol, minus 2 more, all the way through to building envelope retrofits. Projected cumulative cooling, minus 14.5 degrees. One click, a PDF goes to a city council table. Thank you. Besides that, we have indigenous knowledge interventions. Thank you.